Game 1.
But we've got,
Time in.
I think you're right, Michelle. It's a
Hold on.
contrast in styles. Garnett is super athletic, a
0-0.
grinder. He'll be all over the place. Fantastic defense, all showing a lot of power.
Point.
And in contrast to the women's match here, you're going to see the men force the pace constantly, coming in behind
1-0.
the serve return.
Point.
2 quick serve return misses from Alshon.
These two players have met
2-0.
8 times in the history of PPA Tour. Christian
Point.
Alshon leads with 62% winning average with 8 games played, him winning 5. And the last time these two met was back in March at the Black Desert Resort Red Rock Open. Connor Garnett defeating Alshon. 3 games, 11-8 in the
3-0.
third. And that was a quarterfinal matchup at the Red Rock.
Here we see on our graphic that Garnett leads it 5-3 in 8 meetings.
Side out.
So a good start there for Garnett.
0-3.
All given to him by Alshon. Oh, so Garnett says, I'll give you one back. So we've got 4 points all on missed serve returns. Don't see that very often.
You're talking about
Side out.
2 players here in the bronze medal match that understand the importance of a big serve.
Yeah, well, the men's game's so much dominated by the serve and the serve return. There's
Right.
hugely important
3-1.
shots. Set the tone for the entire point.
Woo! I love
Side
that.
And our first real point of the match.
Alshon just coming in casually and not trying to force anything, as he knows this is a time to kind of settle into the game,
1-3.
hit a lot of shots to get a good feel. Big forehand
Point.
volley passing Connor Garnett on the backhand side. But did you realize that Christian Alshon slowed things down to get up to the net in order to get to that
2-3.
point? And he's really constructing right now.
Side out.
Nice ball from Connor Garnett, keeping that ball nice and low. That little cut behind this lifetime ball really makes a difference as the
3-2.
ball stays down, forcing your opponent to hit up. And even
Side
on
out.
that ball from Christian Alshon himself, he's not attacking, he's not hitting a flat volley or a strong punch. He's
2-3.
actually cutting that ball right now, forcing, again, now Connor Garnett to hit that ball. Beautifully done from Connor Garnett, moving to that ball, staying
Side out.
low as he's moving to the ball in order to get some nice topspin off of that shot.
Time for a shoelace fix for Connor.
3-2. Side out.
Great pressure from Alshon, not forcing anything too crazy. Full control there at the net.
Two, 3.
Ooh.
Side out.
Looked like it might drop in. Good eye there from Connor Garnett. And the ball drift long. Garnett's still looking for his first
3-2.
point from a source other than a missed serve return.
Side out.
Alshon continuing to come in on the serve return every single time.
2-3.
This is Alshon's first appearance here on Grandstand Court. He will be playing later in men's doubles with his partner, Dayascu,
Point.
the Giant. And they're going to be playing a match against J.W. Johnson and C.J. Klinger, the one that I'm looking forward to today, Jim Kloss.
Absolutely. match of the day.
Interesting that Christian Alshon's giving so many opportunities for Connor Garnett. Connor Garnett's not really taking advantage of it. He's just forcing Alshon to play another ball, and you got to be careful with that. I feel like Alshon's going to turn up a little bit more here in the beginning of this game. I just feel like it's very casual right now, and Connor Garnett needs to put a little bit more pressure on Alshon.
Side out.
Now Alshon also playing safe at the net, forcing Connor Garnett to hit not 1, 2, 3, but 4 shots from the baseline in order to gain the sign out. We should have kept a tally on missed returns.
It's 5.
4-3.
3 for Alshon and 2 for Garnett.
He's got it. Mid-court attack, sneaking it right by Connor Garnett. The reason why I love mid-court volleys is because it takes away time from the opponent. You know, it's not an attackable shot, but it's one that you could gain advantage of. Beautifully done. Notorious for that two-hander. Connor Garnett with a beautiful topspin roll going cross-court. Alshon unable to get there with his tremendous reach. So that means you know you have a good shot there.
Yeah, well, Garnett's going to have to a lot of passing shots. Alshon is just relentlessly coming to the net.
Point.
Garnett using a lot of variety. He's not only, you know, dropping that ball with pace, but he's giving Alshon some different looks on that backhand side. That ball was nice and high with a lot of topspin. It's usually something you don't want to give to your opponents, but it's worked here. Now on the forehand side, he's not all about that two-way nation.
Yeah. Connor's had a couple of successful forehand rolls cross court. We'll see if that's a shot he sticks with. Maybe catching Alshon slightly leaning backhand.
Five.
All tied up here, 5-5 early in game one.
Nice.
Side out.
Nice ball from Christian Alshon.
Five.
There's
Side out.
Connor Garnett showing he can play serve, return, and volley too.
Five. Point.
A little frustration coming out of Christian Alshon. We know he will express his frustration. We know when it's there, but he feeds off of that. He talked a little bit about it today after, or this week, excuse me, after one of his matches, that's the type of player he is.
6-5.
That's what motivates him. That's what gets him riled up and pumped up.
Well, we might get a technical warning there for ball abuse. Alshon's been called for it a couple of times this week.
He has.
Yeah, where he loses a point and he slaps the ball.
Yeah.
He's got a habit of trying to slow the pace down
5-6.
when his opponent is on a run, and what he'll do is knock the ball back by his towel, give himself a few extra seconds.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No. No, he gets criticized sometimes for people for, using the towel a lot and delaying it, but there's nothing wrong with it.
Hey, every player is criticized. Whether
6-6.
they're doing great or bad, they're going to be criticized for something, so he's got to let that go.
Good serve from Alshon. Now, we interviewed him this week, and he talked about sort of trying to play with, I guess I'd call it controlled anger.
7-6.
He says he doesn't do well if he keeps it all inside, but he doesn't want it to become a distraction at the same time. So kind of
Side
controlled
To
anger.
take a look at that shot from Connor Garnett. Again, it's not about all the two nation. He's going to come out with a forehand slogan as well.
Yeah, he's had some success with that cross-court roll off the forehand
6-7.
side.
Side out.
Although Connor Garnett has had some good looks, Alshon is continuing to target the forehand.
7-6.
Good quality there from Garnett.
Side out.
I've seen better quality shots from Alshon. I know they're going to start happening. It's just a matter of when.
6-7.
Looked like a drill for a second
Side
there.
Alshon just staying in control with those backhand volleys. Nothing too fancy. It's not a ball he can do too much with, and he
7-6.
didn't try to do too much with it.
That was the exact same play it looked like.
Point.
Backhand, 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 and you see where Connor Garnett's targeting, but 2 points in a row, he's been unsuccessful. And now with a 2-point lead, Alshon's looking a little bit more confident
8-6.
here.
Yeah, I think Garnett needs to hit that cross-court forehand.
Hey, coming up to the net
Side
and
out.
executing there. That's what we like to see from Garnett.
Six, 8. Side out.
The pressure is relentless. Alshon continuing to come to the net. And then he has a little towel break, and he knows he has to push a little bit here if he wants to close game one.
Well, Garnett's never out of it. He is the
8-6.
ultimate grinder out here.
That's right. Again,
Side
the
out.
quality of that shot. A little impatient, like to see him work the ball a little bit more. Both players opting to look for this drive, but no one's really found the drop and
6-8.
the quality of the drop.
Garnett just pounding the backhand.
Ah, there you
Point.
go. Finally works. All right, so Alshon
out.
recognizing that Connor Garnett is going to pound away at the baseline, so he finally changes his game plan and is able to construct a nice point there by bringing Garnett up to the net.
Wow, what a point.
Point.
It's a rarity to see both players in singles up at the non-volley zone line, hands battling out, and Alshon ahead of that one, putting him 2 points away from game one in this bronze medal match.
That was a doubles point on the singles court.
9-7. Point.
And you could see Alshon has
Timeout receiver. 10-7.
off the net
Side
and
out.
Looks over at the refs. Is he going to challenge that? Nah, I wouldn't challenge it. Let it go.
It was out.
7-10.
We'll see
Point.
now.
Alshon opting to keep Garnett back again.
Garnett with some success out of that timeout.
Timeout receiver. 8-10. 45 seconds.
Alshon with the challenge timeout. Yeah, we're going to do our Carvana quick hands. Look at that battle between Alshon and Garnett. Almost, again, like a doubles point, Michelle.
Yeah, it's so interesting to see both players giving a fun hand battle in such a great point. And on that one, Christian Alshon prevails and gives the
15
fist
seconds.
pump.
No timeout, no
That's
free
our
challenge. No
Carvana
timeout, one free
quick
challenge.
hands point of the day. And we're on
Time in.
Carvana Grandstand Court.
8 set.
Back in
8
action.
10.
Garnett trying to grind his way back.
No, that shot's not going to do it for
Side out.
Garnett.
Yeah.
Game point.
I want to see him playing a little bit smarter there on,
We said
on opportunities.
success on the roll, but
Yeah.
only when he keeps
10-8.
it down.
Right.
When he keeps it high. Alshon's got too much of a wingspan. Oh,
Side
another
out.
missed serve on game point.
That's the second miss serve on game point from Christian Alshon. It goes to show that he's really just going for it to close things out. But you got to be careful because you want
8-10.
to put pressure on your opponent, smart pressure.
Uh-oh.
Point.
Uh-oh, 9-10.
9-10.
Just wide from Connor Garnett.
Side out.
Connor Garnett with a smile on his face after that one.
Game point.
He was lasered in.
Let's see if Alshon could get a serve in here on this
10-9.
third game point. A little Jack
game,
Sock-esque
timeout, change end.
for game hole number 1.
They keep asking me the same thing. Are you ever going to change? They wonder if I respect the game. I always have. They say I need to slow down, speed up. They say I yell too much. They tell me to be nicer on the court. They want me to be someone else. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to win. So when they ask, will I ever change? Respectfully, I'ma just stay me.
Yeah, I think he was relieved to get the serve in.
Time in. 0-0.
But Christian will get a start in here in game 2.
Ooh.
Side out.
Down the line, staying low off of the bounce for Connor Garnett. A nice weapon and tool that he has there for the service possession.
Good fun point to start game 2.
0-0.
Again with the hands battle. This time, Alshon falls
Point.
short, missing that ball wide. First point of game 2 goes to Garnett.
1-0. Side out.
Alshon will take that forehand volley all day. Nice return, setting him up there for the side out.
And Alshon continuing to be super aggressive.
0-1.
A little too much
Side out.
exposure as Alshon opts to take that forehand inside in. That's way too much space. I was really thinking he was going to go cross court
1-0.
there.
Point.
Garnett from the baseline again with that forehand that we saw in game 1. Really clutch there on that forehand side.
Yeah, that's been a winner for him as long as he
2-0.
keeps it down.
Side out.
A good lead there for Alshon. Gaining the side out. He's down by 2. Let's see if he finds some momentum off of his serve.
Zero two. Side out.
Christian giving that one a look, but it was long.
Two zero.
What I really love about Connor
Point.
Garnett right now is that he's staying low with the ball on every shot. He's noticed that Alshon's been cutting the volleys. So instead of trying to, you know, get up there and just hit away, he's really getting low so he could create himself a really nice, accurate
3-0.
shot coming just above the net. And even there on that forehand side, again, same thing. He's got some really
Timeout
good
receiver,
athleticism
4-0.
with
Time in.
Garnett continuing to relentlessly pound the Alshon backhand. And Alshon gets what he wanted out of the timeout. Quick side out. Easy point.
0-4. Point.
tough grab there from Connor Garnett with a missed ball going long.
1-4.
Alshon knows that he needs to turn it up here in order to clinch this bronze medal match in 2 games. And that's a construction that I love. When he mentally prepares himself to get into those points, that's where he's successful. So he has to be able to give it his full, you know,
2-4.
100% effort in order to get to that. Can't just hit just to hit. Again, exact same
Point.
play. Connor Garnett did not make any changes to his last point, and neither did Alshon. So you're going to see the same gameplay. It's like making the same move in chess.
Well, the contrast is interesting. When Garnett serves, every point is basically the same. Alshon's going to hit the return and immediately come in from behind. I think he's come in behind the return every single point.
3-4.
When Alshon serves, we've got a mix of who comes in. There's Garnett coming in right away off the return, which we haven't
Side out.
seen all that often.
But that's a good, but you realize it, you recognize it, and Connor Garnett made the adjustment.
Yeah.
Super important, making adjustments throughout the entire match, whoever you're
4-3.
playing against.
Yeah, now we'll see when Garnett's serving. Alshon has come in behind his return every single time, and he keeps his record perfect.
Point.
And it seems like Garnett is targeting the backhand of Alshon every single time Alshon has come to the net.
Yeah.
Which is really good, because I feel like Alshon does create more off of the forehand volley and is more powerful. So good on Garnett. Let's see if he continues with the strategy, and let's see if Alshon could find something different coming forward.
5-3.
Yeah, Garnett basically pounds the Alshon backhand volley, and every once in a while
Point.
goes cross court to the forehand, but not too often.
So Garnett sneaking away with a 3-point lead. Are we smelling another third on grandstand court today?
6-3.
A long match from Connor Garnett. Oh, who would have guessed?
Nice ball. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, it was good control on that forehand by Garnett, not overhitting it.
Interesting not seeing Alshon take the timeout, as Garnett has had
7-3.
a 3-point run here on this side out.
Point.
Kind
And
of
there
a
it is.
loose
Oof.
serve return there from Alshon.
8-3.
Love the dual device action, being able to watch Pickleball TV from anywhere.
Point.
And Alshon becoming a little bit more frustrated, not even retrieving the ball. And you can see here, Connor Garnett, even his strut to the baseline, he's looking good. He's looking confident right now.
Yeah, Connor likes to play fast,
9-3.
especially if he feels he's on a roll. He wants to grab that ball and serve as fast as possible. Oh, he had that.
Side out.
An explosive return from Alshon there. Got a good look at it here in the corner. Really setting himself up. He's
Okay.
moving well.
Garnett
3-9.
had that forehand roll. Just caught the tape.
Aha.
Point.
Alshon showing that Garnett's not the only one with a two-hand backhand. Christian hit 2 two-ees on that one. The two-hand backhand is really a necessary
4-9.
tool in everybody's arsenal these days. Only way you can really roll it effectively cross court.
Side out.
A little bit of indecision making in the mid-court there. Garnett again 2 away from forcing a third game
9-4.
in this bronze medal.
Point. Game point.
And here it is. Appearance by CJ Klinger coming up a little bit later with both Mari Humberg and JW Johnson.
10-4.
Yes.
CJ Klinger, the stud.
We'll see Mari twice and we'll see CJ twice. Oh, another
Point,
serve
game,
return
timeout,
error.
change
And
ends.
game 2 goes to Garnett.
0-0. Side out.
Nice pressure from Garnett, staying in the point, not forcing any big shots, but keeping Alshon on the court.
0-0.
Ooh, I thought Garnett might come
Side
in and
out.
take that one in the air. Thought about it. Michelle, I know we're going to hear from somebody on social media about Alshon's shirt. How's he allowed to wear a green shirt? Somebody is going to be writing about that, complaining.
It's more troublesome in doubles
0-0.
because you're at the net a little bit more often. Actually, a lot more often you're at the net.
Part of the answer, too, is the referees will not call that. It's up to the opponent to say anything, and Connor
Exactly.
Garnett's not going to say anything because
No.
he doesn't care.
No,
So
it doesn't bother him.
all of you watching at home, you shouldn't care either. Connor doesn't care.
1-0.
I would care if it were doubles because I need to see the ball.
Point.
Good
and Jim-
energetic shot there by Alshon.
And Connor Garnett, like, he's amazing. Nothing phases him. Nothing phases him. He's always so positive.
2-0.
Something I really like about Garnett as an athlete. Nice point there.
Point.
Up at the non-volley zone line. And speaking about positivity, Garnett turns around and smiles, rethinking about that point.
I was wondering if he was thinking of a timeout there.
3-0.
Down 3-0 early.
Side out.
And a nice point for the side out. Garnett down by 3.
Zero three.
Ooh.
Challenge, I think.
Side
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. Connor Garnett's going to challenge.
Referee timeout. We have a challenge of the out call.
Maybe
After review, the out call stands. The ball was
sort
out.
of a hint of
Challenge is
wind that
lost.
might have kept it
No free challenge remaining. One
out.
free challenge remaining. We'll resume play at side out 3-0.
Looks like Connor's kidding with the fans behind
Time
who
in.
had a good look down the line.
3-0.
Maybe they told him it was in.
Nice response.
Side out.
Nice response from Connor Garnett after a tough look there. Wow.
0-3. Side out.
I really wanted Connor to gain his first point of game 3 right there. That was the opportunity, as he had a really good shot to
3-0.
getting the service possession. Wanted him to build off of that.
Side
Another
out.
opportunity for Garnett to build.
Alshon's had some success with that inside-out forehand. He had a good one the first one, and then decided to go down the
0-3.
line, and Garnett's quickness too much for it.
Side out.
That's why that point, Michelle, shows why Garnett's been aiming at Alshon's backhand all day.
Exactly.
3-0.
Alshon's is too quick and lengthy on that forehand side. Too powerful.
Point.
And wouldn't you say the opposite for Garnett? I feel like his backhand's a little bit more punishable at the net than his forehand volley.
4-0.
4-point lead, game 3.
Side out.
Alshon
Garnett,
continuing to be super aggressive.
as he should. That's what's
0-4.
been working for him.
No, I mean, that's his style, so it's going to come with some mistakes, as we saw at the end of game 2.
Side out.
Garnett having a tough time finding that down the line backhand. We saw that
4-0.
that call that he challenged was wide. This one sailing long. So, of course, Garnett, or sorry,
Point.
excuse me, Alshon will continue to come in off of the backhand side of Garnett. That's the 3rd time he's been able to execute off of the backhand side of Garnett.
5-0.
Garnett needs to
Point.
find his way
Timeout,
up to the
10
net.
ends. 6-0.
That's
Time in.
Alshon
6-0.
trying to keep the momentum going here, serving at 6-0 in the deciding game 3.
Side
And
out.
remember, we were talking about how Garnett needed to find the opportunity to come in because that's where he's been successful against Alshon. Well, look at him here, gaining the side out after the end
0-6.
change.
Oh, hold on.
He needs to. It's crucial that he finds a point here.
Some fans moving behind
0-6.
Alshon. Connor wanted to wait for that.
Point.
There it is, off of a missed return again from Alshon. What's the tally now?
I think it's about 6 of them, but I mean, it's going to happen because Alshon is coming in behind everything.
Audience, please have a seat. 1-6.
Alshon always trying to force the pace.
Point.
And he needs to hit a good serve return, because if he hits a short serve return or a weak serve return, that's just money for Garnett and his passing shots. So Alshon, as his strategy is to come right behind every serve return, he's also got to be an aggressive serve return, a hard serve
2-6.
return, deep serve return. That's going to lead to some errors.
Side out.
Just wide, and Alshon gets the serve back.
6-2.
That was a great serve
Side
return
out.
from Connor Garnett.
But he applied the pressure as well by coming forward. And again, Garnett finding success, coming into the nets.
2-6.
Hope he's listening.
Point.
Number 8. And he Christian Alshon smacked the ball into the ref. Obviously an accident. No percussions.
3-6.
Again, a little surprised that there wasn't a technical.
Woo, hooking that shot,
Side out.
backhand cross court, but misses wide. We had a good look at that one here in the booth, and a side out goes to Alshon. Ahead by
6-3.
3. Scoreless after the end change.
Side
And
out.
a missed serve to follow it up. Tough looks.
Alshon a little raggedy here, Michelle, the last few minutes.
3-6.
Allowed Garnett to cut that lead from 6-0 to 6-3.
Raggedy
Point.
is the
6-4.
way to describe it.
Timeout. Receiver. 4-6.
Let
Time
it
in.
go. He does have a
4-6.
tendency, you know, if he makes one bad shot, to let it bother him into the next shot. And you want to stay away from that.
Okay.
Point.
You see that, Michelle? He looked like he wanted to do a paddle slam, and they're angrily throwing the ball back to Garnett. Alshon needs to get it together here mentally.
5-6.
Yeah.
Side out.
You could see the explosive movements from Alshon there. Beautiful put away backhand. But the forehands is what led him up to that shot.
Audience, please have a seat. Gentlemen. Thank you.
It's a little distraction in the audience. Players need the time for the fans to get up and down from the bleachers in the background there.
Yeah, no, that's what you were
6-5.
saying earlier about the background to the side Alshon is on. It's people sit in the stands, and so if you're Garnett,
Side out.
you don't want to have those people moving around.
Yeah, especially during point play.
5-6.
Oh!
Side out.
I wonder if we're going to get a challenge
Are
there
you
from
challenging?
Garnett.
Okay. After review, the alcohol stands. Challenge
Yeah.
is lost, resulting in technical warning. No free challenge remaining. One free challenge remaining. We'll now resume at side out 6-5.
Oh, yeah, it was a great shot by Garnett either way, even if it was slightly out. That was a great hustle
Time
play.
in.
That could have been a 6-all
6-5.
point right there, but instead it goes to a side out. And the way Connor
Side out.
Garnett responds to another unfortunate call there, because his shots are just so close. Stop hitting the lines,
5-6.
Connor Garnett.
Yeah. We see the difference in the players. Nothing bothers Garnett.
No,
Side out.
nothing bothers him.
Close call goes against him. Challenge goes against him. Technical warning goes against him. Comes out and plays the next point
6-5.
perfectly in control.
That one definitely
Side out.
stays in, and another side out, scoreless side out. A grindy game here in the third of this men's singles bronze medal matchup.
It's another Garnett comeback.
5-6.
Trailed 0-6. He's looking to tie it up.
Ooh,
Point.
and the ball stays in, this time tying things up, down 6-0 on the end change. Coming all the way back to tie things up 6-all. Pressure is
6-6.
on for Alshon. This is a battle.
Our staff with a timely graphic there about the Garnett comeback.
A mishit backhand from Alshon puts Garnett ahead for the first time in game number 3.
As we said, Garnett earlier this week came back from 9-2 in one game and followed up by
7-6.
coming back from 10-0. So I guess 6-0 we looked at and said, it's nothing.
Point.
3 punches to the Paddle Tech paddle. The crowd is settling in as the heat is
Please
on.
have a seat. Quicker. Thank you.
How many shirts do you think Alshon brought with him, though?
I think this is his
8-6.
third one, but I don't know how many he brought. All right, back in the action here. Backhand, backhand, backhand. This time to the forehand.
Side out.
Alshon will execute for the service possession. And another look at the paddle punches. 1, 2, 3. You're out.
6-8.
Those aren't nothing punches either. I mean, sitting here 20 feet away from it when it happened, those are pretty solid
Point.
impacts.
And finally, the first point after the end change off of a big serve from Christian Alshon that puts him down by 1 here. But finally, it took all that time and all those side outs for Alshon to finally get the first point of the end change. That's how much these players are going through right now mentally. It's just so tough right now in this matchup.
Alshon's
7-8.
been his usual temperamental self, but give him credit, he has used his timeouts well. He's come back from all the timeouts.
Point.
And Garnett checking the down the line option. It is unsuccessful for the second time, and that's going to give us a tie game here.
8-8 in game 3. The power of Alshon against the steadiness and grindiness of
8-8.
Garnett. Short return.
Oh, Alshon looking for the backhand side pass, but Garnett with his quick speed
8-8.
gets it over to the forehand side, and off balance Alshon for the side out. Down the line, another look, again missing that backhand passing shot down the line. That's probably the 5th look that we've had at that for this entire match where it has not been his way.
Side out.
Third shot miss from Alshon as he was approaching on the backhand side. Things are so close right now. You could sense it, the
8-8.
urgency from both players. And finally,
Point.
a passing shot, this time cross court from Garnett. So smooth, so clean. Again, getting his knees down on that shot. Klaus, what do you think?
Boy, it is anybody's game right here. Absolutely anybody's game. Alshon is going to come in behind this one. I
9-8.
think it comes down to whether Garnett can succeed on passing shots.
Opting for the hand battle.
Point.
Opting for the hand
Match
battle
point.
as Alshon composes himself, comes over to the towel, pumps himself up, and Connor Garnett with a 2-point lead here. It is bronze medal point here, Jim Klaus.
Match point. I mean, you know what's going to happen, Michelle. Garnett's going to serve. Alshon is going to come in behind the
10-8.
return. It comes down to the Garnett passing shot. If he can hit a clean shot, he's gonna have his opportunity. And there it is.
Point game match.
It's there. It's there. The backhand down the line for Connor Garnett gets him the bronze medal match, defeating Christian Alshon in the 3rd. A crazy match. Outstanding performance from both players this entire tournament. Jim, final thoughts.
I pray for Alshon's paddle. I don't think he grabbed a new one there middle to the end of game 3. I don't know if that paddle is going to survive. And he started to try to crack it. I don't know. But is that not classic Connor Garnett?
That is classic Connor Garnett style of play from this entire tournament, his entire pickleball career in singles. Absolute pleasure to see him win this bronze medal match, especially with all that positivity and hard work, dedication. You know both players want this so bad, and this time it could have been anyone's game, could have been anyone's match, but Connor Garnett defeating the ever